Hi everyone, and you're very welcome to Daily Fitness and Life with myself, Gary. I hope everyone is doing well, and thank you ever so much for liking and subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So today I'd like to speak about two items that I teach on my Walk Safe program. So the first item would be, if you're out and you're socializing, don't ever leave your drink unattended. Okay, so if you have a beer or even a bottle of water or something like that, don't ever let that unattended. There are vermin out there nowadays, unfortunately, who try to take advantage of those situations. So don't give them a chance. I would also recommend that if you're using the bathroom, you go to the bathroom, you're leaving your drink on the table and you're asking your friends there, could they mind the drink for you? I wouldn't even trust that, I'll be very honest with you, because at times if you're in a busy nightclub and people are there and they're talking and someone might get distracted, and that's the opportunity that these, again as I said, they're vermin, I don't know what other name to use for them, so these vermin might take advantage of that and spike your drink. So that's the one thing you don't want. So always have your drink where you can see it and in your own possession there. If it's a case that you come back and you think your drink is unattended, don't drink it. Always err on the side of caution, okay? So that's the first thing I would say. The next tip that I would give, going out, it can be fabulous at times and it's great for people to go out and socialize and have a good time. But try and consider how you're going to get home after the night ends. Alright? Try and consider that. Are you going to walk with your friends? Are you getting a taxi? Have you someone organised to come and collect you? I know that can sound a bit boring, but it is very important in the age that we live in that, you know, your self-protection there is very important. So try and consider how you're getting home. Don't, if you become isolated from your friends and stuff like that when you're out, then always try and get a cab or try and stay around where it's busy and stuff like that there whilst you're waiting for the cab. If it's a case your friends have left you high and dry, then maybe it's time to consider a new set of friends. Really. So the next thing I would say, the next tip I would give is always bring some cash with you if you can, because nowadays I know we live in, you know, you're touching there, it's the touch with the phone there to pay your bill, and if your phone dies or if you lose your phone or something like that, you still need to have some cash on you, so that if you need a taxi ride home, that you can pay for the taxi. Okay, so don't just rely on tapping there for your payments. Always have something in reserve in your pocket there. And the last thing I would say is, I see it too many times there, people walking home on their own, especially young females there and stuff like that, or any person at all. And as I was explaining, the best defense is don't be there. And although in an ideal world, you should be able to walk wherever you want, whenever you want, at whatever time you want, I agree with that, but unfortunately, that's not the times that we live in. So don't ever, you know, even if it's just around the corner that you have to go, you know, and if you're after a few drinks, don't ever take a chance. Either get someone to come and collect you or get a cab, you know. And when you do get a cab, always sit in the back seats of the cab and take the number. So there should be a number on the roof of that taxi, if it's a legit taxi. And if you do get into the taxi, sit into the back and you'll see there's a number there. So take that number as well to run the taxi. It's by law here anyways in Ireland there that you must have a number, and take that number. So I hope those couple of things there. Again, I don't want to make anyone overly paranoid, but there are a couple of things there that really you should be kind of considering. And as I said, hopefully those that bad luck will never happen to you. But if it does, you'll be prepared for it at least, and you'll have some bit of a plan B there for it. So I hope you tune in for Thursday. I've had a good couple of people ask me there, could I do a follow-up on last Thursday's video. So this Thursday I'm going to do that there. So stay tuned to that. And again, be safe. Be safe. Again, as I said, we live in a world where there's better people than worse people. People are very, very good at times there, and especially here where I live in Cork City, the people here, well, I'll always maintain we're the best on the planet anyway. So thank you for tuning in and for subscribing, and I'll see you all Thursday. Be safe. Slán go fóill.